So you want to run YouTube ads, which means you need some YouTube videos, which means you have to write some scripts, which is hard. And what's interesting is there's actually not a ton of really good education on how to do this. So we thought we'd help you out. This was not me being proactive, incidentally. I had a client ask, hey, we need help writing YouTube scripts. And I was like, I have nothing for you. And then when I hit Lord Google thinking like, oh, I'll just find a good blog or article or video tutorial, there was nothing that I loved. So I reached out to the head of our marketing communications department. Her name is Patience. She's brilliant in every way. And she whipped up something for us wicked cool. And now I'm going to give it to you. Partly because I'm a nice guy, but mostly because I want to be YouTube famous. And I hope that this works towards that endeavor. So we've got 3. Bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel, top of the funnel. I'm going to start with the bottom. And I'm going to start with the bottom of the funnel because we're direct response marketers as a Google Ads agency. We're actually looking for high commercial intent. So this is the YouTube script template for bottom of the funnel video. Now a note here, this isn't like a plug and play. We're not playing Mad Libs. It's just meant to give you the cadence and the sequence so that you can write your own script. So hopefully this gives you the inspiration that you need, but don't expect it to be like the done-for-you version. I don't believe such a thing would exist, at least not for a good video. But the first 5 to 10 seconds is your hook. And it's the, if you are this person, then you need this thing. If you, then we. If you, then we. That's kind of the pivot that you're going around. If you're in a Montessori school, then I can help you automate your admissions. If you have dirty carpets, then I have a great vacuum, that type of thing. So if you, immediate qualification. What's nice about this is you're attracting, but you're also repelling. This is good for YouTube ads specifically because for skippable in-stream ads, you want people, if they're not the inside of the if you bucket, then we want them to skip, and we want them to skip because then we don't pay anything, and that also helps YouTube qualify people from an algorithmic standpoint. So if you, and then as part of that qualification, it's also then this is where we're going. So hey, if you're a retiree that's interested in financial planning, we have a really good, and then you're like, you know what, I have all my financial planning done, I'm gonna skip. So this is the 1-2 punch in qualification. Great hook because if you are landing in the if you bucket, it's like if you're a Montessori school, oh, I am a Montessori school. Like instant, it's like, how did you know? And now I'm perked up and I'm interested. So once we have the hook out of the way, then what we want to do is we want to show the transition. How is it that we're going to change their life? And you might say, well, that sounds a little dramatic, and maybe it is, but that's what marketing is. Marketing is explaining to somebody how a product, any product or service, is going to change their existence. You were here before, and then you did the thing, and now you're here after. And that's true for everything. A stick of gum, a tennis shoe, plumbing service. You have to show them what the shift is like in their existence. Don't explain your features. Nobody cares. My pen is clicky, my computer is this. Like, nobody cares. Features tell, benefits sell. You want to tell them what the benefit is to them and make sure that it's really clear and really linear. So that doesn't mean that you're not going to glaze over the functionality of the product because you don't want it to be like nebulous and ethereal. So very briefly explain what it is and then how it's going to shift their life. What additional value are we going to bring? If it requires some explanation, this is a good place to put it. And this, by the way, is you overcoming objections because they're going to be like, you can't do that. But you want to be like, well, let me show you how. And oftentimes this could be a really great place for an insertion of a case study or an infographic or something that kind of, they're not going to buy something they don't believe. So you need to make them believe it. And then we're going to wrap up our benefits and value propositions. So restate this often. Early and often. Let them know that there's a shift in their life that's going to come. And then offer them a call to action. This is one of the most important parts that people forget. You have to tell them what you want them to do. Sign up for the webinar, download the lead line, join the challenge, buy the thing. Like, make sure that you're giving them a very solid CTA because people need to be told what to do. And we're linking to examples here. Let me mute this. Bam. This is a Monday.com video that Patience found 108 million views, and they've done a very good job at Monday has at positioning their value, I think, in a really solid way. And this is an awesome bottom of the funnel offer, ultra specific on the value proposition, explains how it is that we're gonna change our lives. They're using avatars that'll resonate with us. She could work at any agency, and they're letting us know at the very end. It's like, hey, go sign up for your free trial. Let's do this right now today. So really awesome little script there. That's bottom of the funnel. Let's move up a step. Let's say that you're like, hey, I actually want to do a little bit in the way of, helping people qualify, especially with YouTube ads specifically. There's a lot of middle of the funnel phrases and videos that we can bid on where they're not ready to buy, but they're in the zone where they've articulated commercial intent and they're here to they're here to contextualize that against their needs and their experience. So they're in the evaluation phase. And with the middle of the funnel, same story. We're going with the hook. So make sure that you have something that's compelling, but you don't necessarily need to be the if you are, then we will. We're not there yet. We're not here to sell them. This is your opportunity to be creative. And for middle of the funnel content offerings, it's important to capture their attention because they haven't committed to purchase anything yet, they're probably more likely to be a little bit dismissive. So this is where you can kind of get fun, engaging and show a little bit of personality. And for middle of the funnel, we're focusing entirely on the benefits. So, brief introduction to the product or service, but really massive emphasis on the benefits of whatever it is that you're offering. Because they're at the middle of the funnel, they're not ready to buy. You just want to plant seeds. You're not expecting them to do anything tangible. You just want you want to build a neural association in their minds. So realize that this is kind of like subliminal, subtle, like ongoing drip marketing. And so we're going to hit the primary benefits. We're going to value stack. So make sure that we're piling on the benefits here. Stack the value as much as you possibly can because you don't know, Monday.com being a good example. Monday.com has a bunch of different features from a project management perspective. They don't know which one appeals to me. Maybe I find time tracking in Basecamp really hard, or I don't like the Gantt charts that are accessible in Asana or whatever. So they're value stacking because they're trying to figure out, what is it that's really going to move the needle for this guy? You want to do the same thing. Value proposition, make sure that you're putting yourself in a position, rise above the herd, because you're actually at a disadvantage here. When somebody's at the middle of the funnel, they're not ready to evaluate vendors yet. They're actually looking at products and services kind of from a general perspective. And so what you don't want to do is go out there and say, hey, you need a project management software. Good luck. Hope you find a good one. Instead, you want to say, hey, you need project management for these reasons. Oh, and by the way, Monday.com is better for these, for these reasons. Now, for middle of the funnel, I still recommend having a CTA. And I'd still recommend having a CTA even if they don't take you up on it, because you want to plant the seed for when the bottom of the funnel ad comes around. And I would be using YouTube's ad sequence in order to deliver this, by the way. So they've seen the middle of the funnel video, and then they get the bottom of the funnel video. And this repetition in offer really helps. So I know a lot of people disagree with me there. They're like, oh, middle of the funnel content should go to case studies or calculators or downloadable whatever. I call BS. I like people to know what it is we want them to do because I feel like they'll be more accessible and amenable to it later. It's not a new offer. They're like, oh yeah, this is the trial that they wanted me to sign up for. I might as well try it once they're at the bottom of the funnel. And then we've got another example here. We are muted with the $1 of the Shave Club. Our blades are great. This is maybe one of the, I think, best YouTube ads in existence. What's nice about it though is you're not actually going to go out and buy the blades here. You're just going to be like, that was cute. I really like what's going on. Harmon Brothers do a really good job at this too. You might say, hey, Costum, I feel like this is top of the funnel. You could argue that point, but I feel like here this is better positioned for somebody. And this video is so funny that it kind of doubles. It does, both jobs. But this is for most industries. I think this is better positioned at the middle of the funnel because this is where somebody like, hey, I know you're going to buy razors at some point. You're kind of in that evaluation stage. Let me put a new product in front of you. And then lastly, we've got our top of the funnel. Top of the funnel is hopefully short. And again, we're going to do something really quick, catchy, surprising, creative, something that captures their attention. And you're at the top of the funnel. You want to make sure that you're bringing up the thing, because at the top of the funnel, this is awareness building. So they might not even know that they need, whatever it is, a travel agent or a mug that doesn't break. So bring up whatever this product or service is and do it in a way that helps plant a seed in their mind of the utilitarian value. This is like, oh, you know what, I could actually possibly use that. So we're going to introduce what it is. We're going to explain the value behind it, and then also explain. And this ends up being very top of the funnel. So it's it's one standard deviation removed from their life per se, but kind of explain generally speaking how it is that we're going to transition their lives, and then why the product is relevant to them. The CTA here, I like that Patience has awareness focused CTA. It's like, check out the website, learn more, subscribe. Top of the funnel content is hard for small businesses. This is like every Coca-Cola commercial you've ever seen is top of the funnel. It's just like happy, really pretty people outside by the pool, in bikinis and bathing suits, and oh, they're drinking a Coke, and it's like, yeah. And you're never going to go out right then and there and buy a Coke. But later, that has been planted, that seed has been planted, and you don't even realize the influence that it has on your behavior. So, Coke, McDonald's, Walmart, these great big massive companies do top of the funnel very well. Just the awareness building very well. A lot of the marketers that call their content top of the funnel, they're really speaking at the middle of the funnel. If you can get somebody to download a lead magnet, you're not at the top of the funnel. If you can get somebody to take action, they're at the middle or the bottom of the funnel. Top of the funnel is straight up, awareness building. This is a problem that you may have, and just so you know, these things exist. This is longer term play in my mind, and tends to do really well for a company that wants to build an established and embedded brand. You need some spend to support this. And I realize there's a lot of branding agencies or ivory tower agencies that are going to disagree with what I just said, and they're all full of it because they outsource their PPC to me. They don't really know what they're talking about. I'm just being petulant and mean, because branding agencies specifically tend to. I have my issues with them. I probably just lost some white label clients. Anyway, hope this is helpful. I'm going to include links to each of these scripts for you to have. Just have them, copy them. You'll jump on a view only, and if you want your own, just click on file and make a copy. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Otherwise, I really appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time.